Even in a world where every corner seems charted and explored, Earth still cradles its hidden enclaves. Remote, mysterious, and almost forgotten. These secret places remain shrouded in mystery, as if the planet itself is guarding its most profound secrets. Embark with us on an exhilarating journey to uncover the most isolated and inaccessible locations on Earth, destinations so far-flung, they redefine the meaning of no return. Prepare to be captivated. Palmerston Island, South Pacific Ocean. In the boundless blue of the South Pacific, a speck of land cradles a story as unique as its geography. Palmerston Island, a coral atoll in the Cook Islands, is home to just 58 residents. What makes this island extraordinary isn't its size or remoteness, but its people, all of whom, save for 3, are descendants of one man. The tale begins in 1863, when an Englishman, William Marsters, arrived on Palmerston's pristine shores with 3 Polynesian wives. Together, they carved out a life on this isolated island, raising 23 children who, in turn, expanded the Marsters' legacy. Over generations, the island evolved into a tightly knit community where family ties run deep, so deep that the family tree resembles a dense and tangled bush. Life on Palmerston Island feels like stepping into a simpler, bygone era. With no cars, shops, or even running water, the islanders rely on the land and sea for survival. They grow their own crops, fish from the teeming ocean, and await a supply ship that arrives just twice a year to bring essentials like medicine and fuel. Communication with the outside world hinges on a solitary satellite phone, reinforcing their near-total isolation. Yet, despite the challenges, or perhaps because of them, Palmerston exudes a sense of timelessness, where the bonds of family and tradition remain unshakable. Mount Namuli, Mozambique. Rising like a sentinel above the verdant forests of northern Mozambique, Mount Namuli stands as a testament to the planet's untamed beauty. At 7,940 feet, this granite giant is Mozambique's second highest peak, a monolith shrouded in mystery and wonder. For centuries, the misty summits and dense forests of Mount Namuli were largely unexplored, veiled in legend and lore. Recent scientific expeditions have begun unraveling its secrets, uncovering an astonishing diversity of life. Its lower slopes teem with dense rainforests alive with the calls of vibrant birds and the rustle of small mammals. Higher up, the forest gives way to grasslands and rocky outcrops, where rare and endemic plants cling tenaciously to the thin soils. Among the most fascinating inhabitants is the Namuli apellis, a tiny bird found nowhere else on Earth, flitting gracefully among the boulders. Mount Namuli's isolation has made it a refuge for biodiversity, its pristine habitats offering a glimpse into nature's resilience and adaptability. It's not just a mountain, it's a symbol of uncharted wilderness and a reminder of the delicate balance of life. In the Bay of Bengal lies North Sentinel Island, a place that might seem like paradise at first glance, with its pristine sandy beaches and gentle ocean breezes. However, beneath this facade lies a harsh reality. North Sentinel is home to the Sentinels, an indigenous people who fiercely reject any contact with the outside world. Their hostility towards outsiders is palpable, and they are known to defend their territory with extreme measures, ready to attack anyone who dares to approach. For this reason, Indian authorities have implemented strict regulations prohibiting any landing on the island. In 1981, when the cargo ship Primrose ran aground near North Sentinel, the crew initially felt relieved to be near land. But as they prepared to leave their vessel, they spotted the locals on the shore, armed with bows and spears and clad only in loincloths. Realizing the imminent danger, the crew wisely decided to remain on the ship until they were eventually rescued by helicopter, narrowly escaping a potential encounter with the hostile Sentinels. Efforts to establish communication with the tribe have been made multiple times over the years. In 1880, a British naval officer named Maurice Vidal Portman led a mission to make contact, even managing to take a Sentinel's family back to Port Blair. However, the indigenous people were unwilling to engage, and tragically, the man and woman soon succumbed to an unknown disease. Portman ultimately returned the children to their island home, a decision that perhaps saved his life, as there are accounts of those who attempted contact meeting violent ends. The most recent incident occurred in 2018 when a 26-year-old American traveler, John Allen Chow, ventured to North Sentinel with the intention of sharing gifts with the islanders but was killed instead. For thousands of years, the Sentinelese have diligently guarded their island, and today, their population stands at approximately 100 individuals. Their enduring isolation serves as a poignant reminder of the rich tapestry of human existence and the diverse ways of life that continue to thrive on our planet, even in the face of modernity. Sarasarinima Mountain, Venezuela. Rising majestically from Venezuela's southern jungles, Sarasarinima Mountain is a place of wonder and mystery. With its sheer cliffs and flat-topped summit, this towering mountain seems almost otherworldly, a stark contrast to the lush rainforest that surrounds it. For the indigenous Yuana people, who have lived in its shadow for generations, Sarasarinima holds deep spiritual significance. It is a sacred site where the spirits of their ancestors are said to dwell. But for the outside world, the mountain remained largely unknown until the 1970s, when Venezuelan scientists flying over its summit discovered something extraordinary: massive sinkholes, some over 1,000 feet deep and equally wide, pockmarking the surface. Intrigued, the scientists embarked on a daring expedition, navigating dense jungle and perilous cliffs to explore these natural wonders. What they found was astonishing. These sinkholes, known as saimas, weren't mere voids. They were self-contained ecosystems, harboring unique plant and animal species found nowhere else. Some sinkholes were so deep that they created their own microclimates, with cool, moist conditions starkly different from the surrounding jungle. Sarasarinima Mountain remains a place of profound natural beauty and scientific fascination, offering a glimpse into a hidden world shaped by time and untouched by modernity. Cape York Peninsula, Australia. At the northernmost edge of Australia, where the continent stretches out to meet the Torres Strait, lies the Cape York Peninsula, a place of breathtaking beauty and rugged isolation. This vast expanse of savannas, dense rainforests, and intricate mangrove swamps remains one of the last untouched frontiers of the Australian outback. Here, nature reigns supreme, untamed and unspoiled, offering a glimpse into a world where modern civilization feels like a distant memory. For tens of thousands of years, the peninsula has been home to indigenous peoples who hold it as a place of profound spiritual significance. Among them, the Kugunganikra people, guardians of the land's western reaches, maintain a deep connection to both land and sea. Their traditional hunting and fishing practices have not only sustained their communities but also shaped the unique ecosystems of this ancient landscape, passing down wisdom and respect for nature through generations. Cape York is a sanctuary for biodiversity, boasting over 3,000 plant species, including the rare and enchanting golden orchid. It's a haven for wildlife too, from the shy and elusive tree kangaroo leaping through the rainforest canopy to the formidable saltwater crocodiles lurking in its waterways. The peninsula also showcases Australia's most dramatic landscapes, from the rugged peaks of the Iron Range to the glistening waters of the Great Barrier Reef. It's a wild and wondrous place, where every step feels like an encounter with the extraordinary. Hang Son Doong Cave, Vietnam. Deep within the heart of Phong Nha Bang National Park in Vietnam lies a subterranean wonder so vast it defies imagination. Hang Son Doong, the world's largest cave, opens into an otherworldly realm where nature's raw power and beauty reign supreme. Inside, an underground river carves its way through caverns so colossal they could house entire skyscrapers. Towering stalagmites rise like ancient sentinels, and sunlight pours through massive sinkholes, illuminating jungles of ancient trees thriving far beneath the surface. This hidden kingdom even boasts its own weather system, a testament to the otherworldly magic of Earth's underground landscapes. Discovered in 1991 by a local farmer, Ho Khan, Hang Son Doong remained a secret for nearly 2 decades until British explorers finally unveiled its grandeur in 2009. Stretching over 3 miles, with caverns reaching heights of 660 feet and widths of 490 feet, it's a cathedral of stone and life. Rare species flourish here, sheltered from the outside world, creating a fragile ecosystem like no other. For the few fortunate enough to visit, limited to just a few hundred each year, the journey is as challenging as it is rewarding. Travelers must traverse dense jungles, wade through underground rivers, and climb slippery rock faces to behold this hidden marvel. Hang Sun Dong is not just a cave, it's a journey into Earth's deepest mysteries. Tristan da Cunha, South Atlantic Ocean. In the endless expanse of the South Atlantic Ocean, a tiny volcanic island rises defiantly from the waves. Welcome to Tristan da Cunha, the most remote inhabited island on Earth. With a population of just 250, this distant outpost is a testament to the resilience of humanity and the unyielding beauty of nature. Tristan da Cunha, located 1,700 miles from the nearest continent, is a marvel of isolation. Its cliffs soar above the churning ocean, lush green valleys unfold like postcards, and crystal-clear waters teem with life. This unique ecosystem is home to extraordinary species found nowhere else, like the majestic Tristan albatross, whose 11-foot wingspan commands the skies, and the prized Tristan rock lobster, a delicacy sought by seafood lovers around the globe. Life on Tristan is not for the faint-hearted. The island's remoteness means it can only be reached via a week-long sea journey from South Africa, navigating perilous waters and capricious weather. On the island, residents face an unpredictable climate where gale-force winds, heavy rain, and thick fog are constant companions. Yet, despite the challenges, the community thrives, united by a profound connection to their land and a shared determination to endure. Medog County, Tibet. In the mist-draped mountains of eastern Tibet, a hidden sanctuary lies steeped in legend and mystery. Known as the Hidden Lotus, Medog County is a place of astounding natural beauty and profound spiritual significance, a land where the boundary between the earthly and the divine seems to blur. For centuries, Medog was isolated from the world, accessible only through treacherous mountain passes and precarious suspension bridges that swayed over roaring rivers. Its inaccessibility was so profound that it remained the last county in China to be connected by road, with its first permanent highway completed only in 2013. This remoteness has preserved Medog's stunning biodiversity. Its lush forests are home to over 2,000 plant species, many of which exist nowhere else on Earth. Cascading waterfalls and verdant canopies echo with the calls of rare birds, from the brilliant Temminck's tragopan to the elusive Ward's trogon. It's a living tapestry of life, vibrant and unspoiled. Medog is more than a natural paradise. It is a sacred land revered by Tibetan Buddhists. Legend holds that the valley was blessed by the Buddha himself, destined to be a refuge for those seeking spiritual enlightenment. For those who journey to Medog, it is not just a destination but an awakening, a place where the soul connects with the sacred and the heart is filled with awe. Danakil Depression, Ethiopia. In Ethiopia's remote northeast lies a place so harsh, so otherworldly, it feels as if it belongs on another planet. This is the Danakil Depression, an unforgiving landscape of shimmering salt flats, vibrant sulfur springs, and molten lava lakes. Temperatures here routinely soar above a blistering 120 degrees Fahrenheit, earning it the title of one of the hottest places on Earth. At its lowest point, the Danakil plunges 410 feet below sea level, making it Africa's lowest land area and one of the deepest depressions on the planet. Yet, amidst its hellish conditions, the Danakil is a paradox of beauty and intrigue. The vast salt flats stretch endlessly, their dazzling white surface occasionally interrupted by the silhouettes of salt miners braving the searing heat to harvest this precious mineral. Nearby, sulfur springs bubble and hiss, painting the terrain in vibrant hues of yellow, green, and orange, a kaleidoscopic display of Earth's raw power. The lava lakes, with their restless, glowing surfaces, offer a mesmerizing glimpse into the planet's fiery heart. But perhaps the most astonishing feature of the Danakil is the life it harbors. In its scalding hot springs and mineral-rich pools, microorganisms known as extremophiles thrive. These tiny survivors have adapted to withstand conditions that would kill most life on Earth, capturing the attention of scientists worldwide. Their existence offers tantalizing clues about the origins of life on our planet and the possibility of life in similarly extreme environments beyond Earth. The Danakil Depression is a testament to nature's extremes, a place where life clings to the edge, beauty defies logic, and science finds inspiration in the most unlikely of settings. Javari Valley, Amazon rainforest. Deep within the heart of the Amazon lies the Javari Valley, a sprawling 33,000 square mile sanctuary of dense rainforest that serves as a last bastion of isolation. Hidden beneath the emerald canopy, this pristine wilderness is home to some of the world's last uncontacted tribes, indigenous communities that have lived in harmony with the forest for centuries, untouched by the outside world. These tribes are master survivalists, relying entirely on the forest for their sustenance and spiritual well-being. With bows and arrows in hand, they are skilled hunters, expertly navigating the dense underbrush by the light of the stars and the subtle rhythms of nature. Their way of life is a testament to the human spirit's ability to adapt and thrive in even the most challenging environments. But this sacred land faces mounting threats. Illegal loggers, miners, and poachers encroach ever closer, driven by greed for the rainforest's riches. The tribes have fought fiercely to protect their home, clashing with intruders and often paying the ultimate price. Their struggle is a poignant reminder of the fragility of cultures that remain at the brink of modernity and the lengths to which some will go to preserve a way of life untouched by time. Sun Dong Cave is a true marvel of Southeast Asia, a natural masterpiece that defies imagination. Tucked away in Vietnam's Phong Nha Bang National Park in Quang Binh Province, this wonder remained a well-kept secret for decades, hidden in the heart of remote wilderness. Reaching it requires trekking through dense jungles and crossing winding rivers, making it a destination for only the most adventurous. The cave was first stumbled upon in 1991 when a local farmer, seeking shelter from a torrential rainstorm, discovered its entrance. However, the cave's existence faded from memory, as locals were too fearful to explore its depths. It wasn't until 2009 that a group of British cavers rediscovered the entrance, and what they found inside was beyond belief. Sun Dong, meaning Mountain River Cave, is the largest cave in the world. Its staggering dimensions, approximately 150 meters in depth, 9,000 meters in length, and a total volume of 38.5 million cubic meters, are awe-inspiring. To date, scientists have mapped about 6,000 meters of its labyrinthine passages. The cave's ecosystem is equally mesmerizing. Streams of sunlight filter through natural skylights, creating a thriving microworld filled with unique flora and fauna. Explorers have encountered bats, colorful parrots, bears, and an astonishing variety of butterflies, as well as over 70 species of amphibians and reptiles. In many ways, Sun Dong is like a world within a world, a hidden paradise that has been untouched for millennia. La Rinconada, Peru. Perched at a staggering 16,700 feet in the Peruvian Andes, La Rinconada holds the title of the highest permanent settlement on Earth. This precarious town, clinging to the edge of a gold mine, is a place where dreams of wealth clash with the harshest realities of survival. Home to over 50,000 inhabitants, La Rinconada is a chaotic maze of ramshackle structures. The air, thin at this altitude, leaves even the strongest gasping for breath. With no proper sanitation or waste disposal, the streets are a grim mix of garbage and human waste, and the water supply is laced with toxic heavy metals. Here, diseases like tuberculosis and mercury poisoning are rampant, making survival a daily battle. Despite these dire conditions, people continue to flock to La Rinconada, driven by the glimmer of gold. In this unforgiving environment, miners, many working illegally, risk their lives in treacherous conditions, facing cave-ins, explosions, and exposure to toxic chemicals. A lucky few might strike it rich, but for most, the rewards are meager, barely enough to scrape by. La Rinconada is a paradox, a place of boundless ambition and relentless hardship. It's a stark reminder of the lengths humanity will go in pursuit of fortune, even at the edge of the world. Pitcairn Islands, South Pacific. In the heart of the vast South Pacific lies one of the world's most remote communities, the Pitcairn Islands, a tiny British overseas territory with a population of just 50 people. These rugged volcanic islands carry a history as unique as their isolation, tracing their roots to a notorious chapter of maritime legend, the mutiny on the HMS Bounty. In 1789, a band of rebellious sailors led by Fletcher Christian overthrew their captain, William Bligh, casting him and his loyalists adrift in a small boat. The mutineers, seeking a refuge far from retribution, eventually arrived at Pitcairn Island in 1790 after a brief stay in Tahiti. Alongside a group of Polynesian men and women, they made this remote outcrop, just 1.75 square miles, their home. For decades, the descendants of the mutineers lived in relative seclusion, their numbers peaking at 233 in 1937. But in recent years, the idyllic image of Pitcairn has been overshadowed by dark revelations. In 2004, a shocking scandal rocked the community, exposing widespread sexual abuse that led to the conviction of 6 men, a painful chapter for the tiny population. Despite its tumultuous history, Pitcairn remains a place like no other, a window into the resilience of a community living at the edge of the world. Tristan da Cunha is often heralded as one of the most isolated places on Earth, yet this remoteness has not deterred a small group of resilient inhabitants. Nestled in the southern Atlantic Ocean, this island is part of an archipelago that shares its name and is a British overseas territory. Covering 207 square kilometers, Tristan da Cunha was formed around 1 million years ago through volcanic activity, dominated by the majestic Queen Mary's Peak, an active volcano that towers over the landscape. Only a small plain in the northern part provides a haven for its residents. The island's discovery dates back to 1506, credited to a Portuguese navigator after whom it was named. The first settler, Jonathan Lambert from Massachusetts, arrived at the end of the 18th century. By 1816, Tristan da Cunha had officially become a British possession. Gradually, the island began to welcome settlers, although the challenges of living in such isolation kept the population low. Today, only 269 people reside here, all descendants of those first brave settlers, 8 men and 7 women, who embraced a life cut off from the world. Life on Tristan da Cunha is not without its hardships. The threat of volcanic eruptions, the last of which occurred in 1961, looms large, and the island's isolation is stark. It is located 2,816 kilometers from South Africa, 3,360 kilometers from South America, and 2,161 kilometers from the nearest inhabited island, St. Helena. This means that reaching another populated area requires a journey of over 2,000 kilometers across the ocean, taking around 6 days. Yet, the residents cherish their life on this island, and they have no intentions of leaving. The community is equipped with essential amenities, including a hospital, a school, 2 churches, a small harbor, and a supermarket offering various goods. The locals travel via public transport to their potato fields, as the island's climate supports only potato cultivation. Additionally, they engage in lobster fishing and livestock farming. During the pandemic, Tristan da Cunha closed its doors to visitors, but now, tourists are once again welcome to explore one of the world's most remote inhabited places. Snake Island, Brazil. Off the coast of Sao Paulo, Brazil, lies an island so deadly it's forbidden to the public. Ilha da Queimada Grande, better known as Snake Island, is a 106-acre patch of land teeming with one of the world's most venomous snakes, the golden lancehead pit viper. These snakes, found nowhere else on Earth, have evolved in isolation for thousands of years. With no natural predators and an endless supply of migratory birds for prey, their population has flourished, with estimates ranging from 2,000 to 4,000 serpents on the island. But their isolation has also made their venom uniquely lethal, capable of melting human flesh and killing a person in less than an hour. Snake Island's deadly reputation is steeped in local folklore, including chilling tales of gruesome deaths and harrowing escapes. In the early 20th century, a lighthouse keeper and his family reportedly fell victim to the snakes after they invaded their home, a story that cemented the island's place in legend. Today, the Brazilian Navy strictly enforces a ban on visitors, allowing only select researchers to step foot on the island. These scientists study the golden lanceheads in their natural habitat, unraveling the secrets of these extraordinary and fearsome creatures. Adak Island, Alaska. On the edge of the Aleutian Islands, where the Pacific Ocean collides with the Bering Sea, lies a place as wild as its name, Adak Island. Dubbed the birthplace of the winds, this treeless, windswept island is home to the westernmost city in the United States. Here, the weather is a force of nature, ferocious and unpredictable, shaping both the landscape and the lives of those who dare to inhabit it. For much of the 20th century, Adak thrived as a military outpost. During World War II and the Cold War, its naval air station played a pivotal role in America's strategic defense. At its peak, Adak housed over 6,000 personnel, complete with schools, churches, and even a bowling alley. But as the Cold War thawed, Adak's importance waned. By 1997, the base was decommissioned, leaving behind a ghost town slowly succumbing to nature's relentless grip. Today, Adak's population hovers around 100, its abandoned buildings echoing with memories of a bustling past. Life here is a battle against the elements, gale-force winds, drenching rain, and a fog so thick it cloaks the rugged coastline in a shroud of mystery. For the hardy souls who remain, Adak is more than a place. It's a testament to resilience, a community determined to endure in one of Earth's most unforgiving corners. Thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments which of these places left you in awe. Until next time, stay curious.